Who will be the Packers' breakout star? There are numerous strong contenders for the Green Bay Packers breakout player in the upcoming season. The team's impressive 2023 NFL draft class offers a solid starting point, but there's one receiver in particular who could have an outstanding year for the Packers. Green Bay, Wisconsin. The question posed at a Sports Illustrated NFL training camp roundtable was, who will be the Green Bay Packers breakout player in 2024? With the Packers boasting the youngest roster in the NFL last season, and yet being one of the most competitive teams, there is a wealth of potential breakout candidates. The logical starting point is the 2023 NFL draft class. Coaches often note that the most significant development in a player typically occurs between their first and second years. This is because, instead of preparing for the 40-yard dash at the scouting combine, the player spends the offseason focusing on football-specific training. By then, they are familiar with the system and more comfortable facing NFL competition. Green Bay's class of 2023 is promising. First-round pick Lucas Van Ness played his best football toward the end of the season, including a standout moment where he sacked future Hall of Fame offensive tackle Tyron Smith during a playoff win against the Cowboys. Second-round tight end Luke Musgrave tied Bubba Frank's franchise rookie record for most catches by a tight end, despite missing 6 games due to a spleen injury. Second-round receiver Jaden Reed shattered Sterling Sharpe's franchise rookie record for most catches by a receiver. Reed led the team in receptions, yards, and total touchdowns. Third-round tight end Tucker Kraft emerged as one of the NFL's most productive tight ends, regardless of experience, following Musgrave's injury. Kraft led all NFL tight ends in yards after catch, YAC, per reception. Defensive tackles Colby Wooden and Carl Brooks, selected in the 4th and 6th rounds, respectively, are expected to thrive in the new defensive scheme. Fifth-round receiver Dontavian Wicks, who caught 39 passes as a rookie, ranked 4th in the NFL in the percentage of receptions that resulted in explosive gains, 16-plus yards. A strong case could be made for third-year receiver Christian Watson as the breakout player now that he appears to have resolved the hamstring issues that plagued him during his first 2 seasons. Watson had 2 dominant playoff games against the Cowboys and 49ers. Similarly, another third-year receiver, Romeo Dew, has a compelling case. Additionally, former first-round pick Eric Stokes might regain his rookie-year form after struggling in 2022 and missing most of 2023 due to injuries. There are many excellent candidates, but one stands out more than the others. Jaden Reed had an exceptional rookie season. While first-year receivers typically experience growing pains, Reed was a standout, causing difficulties for opposing defenses. He is a dog. He's a war daddy, Coach Matt LaFleur said last season. When asked about the term war daddy, Reed responded a few days later, "I never heard war daddy either. I was notified of that. It's got to be something good, so I told him thank you." Reed was indeed impressive last year. Among rookie receivers, Reed ranked 6th with 64 receptions, 5th with 793 receiving yards, and 2nd with 8 receiving touchdowns. He was 4th in yards per route, 2.05, and 6th in drop rate, 4.5%, according to Pro Football Focus. Only the Colts' Josh Downs had more slot receptions than Reed among rookie receivers. While Downs had 51 receptions compared to Reed's 44, Reed outperformed Downs in yards, 653 to 594 yards per catch, 14.8 to 11.6, and touchdowns, 7 to 0. Among all receivers, Reed in the slot ranked 7th in receptions, 3rd in yards, 2nd in touchdowns, 8th in passer rating when targeted, and 10th in yards per route. Whether playing in the slot or on the perimeter, only Tyreek Hill, 14, DJ Moore, 12, George Pickens, 11, and DK Metcalf, 11, had more 30-yard catches than Reed, 10. It's no surprise that cornerback Jair Alexander suggested Reed could surpass Randall Cobb. In a crowded field of talented players, Reed stands out. If there is one player who has a legitimate shot at achieving 80 catches or 1,000 yards in what promises to be a diverse offensive attack, it's Reed. His quickness, toughness, and reliable hands set him apart. just the explosive playmaker he is. He's the guy that can win inside in the slot position for us and does a lot of really good things," quarterback Jordan Love said. "Obviously, you see what happens when he gets the ball in his hands, and the progression he's made since he got here. He's making even more strides now. He's a phenomenal player, and I think he's going to have a bigger role this year."